This is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hello, good day to y'all. How's it going? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. I'm your host, Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. You know what time it is. It is NBA Old School Time. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about Nick the Quick Van Exel, one of the most unique and entertaining players of the 1990s, a player who had his ups and downs, but definitely deserves his own episode. All right, enough said. Let's dive right into today's episode. So to start off this episode, let me take you back to the early 1990s, to the beginning of the career of Nick the Quick Van Exel. Born on the 27th of November in 1971 in Kenosha, Wisconsin, Nick Van Exel attended the University of Cincinnati, where he became a starting point guard right away. And even though he only played 24 minutes per game, he was a vital part of their success. Playing under coach Bob Huggins wasn't always easy, but his coach quickly realized that Nick was something special.
Both of us are kind of out for the same thing. I don't think people realize Nick's tremendous desire to win.
Throw ahead to Van Exel, he'll cut it loose, watch out!
Hugs used to always say, but if I had a piece of pie and there was one piece left, what do you think would get that pie?
Van Exel. Oh!
And we all just sort of looked around. We knew it was Nick.
In his last college season, Nick played sensational and was considered to be one of the best guards in the entire country. But unfortunately, his reputation had already taken a bump since Nick clashed with head coach George Karl at a workout with the Seattle Supersonics. And it also did not help that Nick didn't show up at 2 workouts with the Charlotte Hornets. So when the NBA draft came, no team in the first round was willing to take the risk. Only Jerry West, GM of the Los Angeles Lakers, saw the potential that Nick Van Exel had and selected him with a 37th pick in the second round. This move would later turn out to be one of the biggest steals of that draft class. The Lakers were in need of a new point guard. Nick was in need of a team that really believed in him. Since Magic Johnson had retired, the Lakers weren't able to fill the point guard position. So this would be the ideal chance for Nick Van Exel. And he would not disappoint. He brought Showtime back to Los Angeles, playing with high intensity and giving the Lakers hope for the future. As a rookie, he was averaging 13.6 points per game and 5.8 assists, while he was the clutchest player on his team.
And Van Exel will come behind it. Or he should. Ball is into Van Exel. He fires, it'll count if it goes. It went! It went! It went!
It looked like Nick finally found a home, a place that needed him and where he could be himself. His spectacular playing style quickly turned him into one of the most popular players in the entire league. Every week he would be on the NBA's top 10 plays of the week list, and soon enough TV commercials would follow.
Passion isn't about what you can see, it's what you can feel.
Alley-oop to Sabalos.
It's not about where your opponent is, it's where he isn't.
To Cedric Gage.
It's not about what your teammates are doing,
Van Exel.
it's what he's thinking.
Oh, yeah.
It's 5 guys in one thought.
Nick with the no-look. Yes!
Passing is the purest, sweetest expression of team.
Van
The next couple of years in Los Angeles would be turbulent. In the 1995-96 season, Van Exel would persuade Magic Johnson to come out of retirement. What was great for the basketball fans, but not quite as good for Nick Van Exel. Magic, being the natural leader, wanted to have the ball more, which automatically meant that Van Exel would not have the ball. This resulted in frictions for the team. The following year, the Los Angeles Lakers would sign Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. The Lakers would now turn into this championship contender, and while Nick Van Exel would now be an NBA All-Star for the first time, there would be some incidents that would hurt his career.
Says it hopes this sends a serious message. Lakers point guard and Kenosha native Nick Van Exel won't play for the rest of the regular season. That's his punishment for shoving referee Ron Garrettson in last night's game at Denver. Van Exel has been suspended for 7 games and fined a record $25,000. In all, it'll cost Van Exel $187,000.
It was a very difficult time for Nick, lots of ups and downs. A lot of bad things were happening, but there was no denying that when it came down to playing basketball, Nick was incredible.
Like the best performances of the week. While Shaq is the new show in L.A., point guard Nick Van Exel is still the Lakers' leader on the floor. And in Vancouver, Nick would have quite a night as he passed out an NBA season-high 23 assists.
Flying down the court. Van Exel, no look to Kobe Bryant.
Oh, my.
Campbell sets it up again. Right back underneath to Kobe Bryant. What a pass by Nick Van Exel.
Van Exel was spotting all of his teammates, especially his favorite target.
Van Exel alley-oop. Shaquille O'Neal.
Grizzlies coach Brian Winters couldn't bear to watch as the Lakers point guard kept piling up the assists, putting the game out of reach.
Van Exel, no look. Eddie Jones and a foul. Another alley-oop.
Nick Van Exel finished with a career-high 23 assists, the second most in Laker history.
Well, on the one hand, fans could see what an incredible player this guy was. Problems with his head coach, Dale Harris, resulted in Nick Van Exel getting traded to the Denver Nuggets. And while this looked really bad at first, Van Exel quickly showed that he wanted to make the best out of that situation.
I get hurt and crushed and devastated, just like the next person. Once the smoke cleared, it took me a couple days to say, wow, that's what I asked for.
Through the opening quarter, there's McDyess again with his
Van Exel answered the call. In the 1999-2000 season, he was a top 10 player in points and assists, turning the Nuggets into a team on the rise.
Van Exel for 2. Oh, man, is in overtime.
He was the leader of that team. All that team I just named, he was the leader.
And how good does it feel for
I went there to try to help that franchise get on the right track. And we did for a minute. We were steadily improving from where they had come from, and we were getting better.
Van Exel stayed in Denver for 4 years before he then joined the Dallas Mavericks, which was a big thing back then since there he would meet the coach again that wanted him out of Los Angeles. But both Harris and Van Exel wanted to make it better this time. And even though Van Exel now came off the bench when the game was on the line, he was on the floor. The next couple of years, Nick would play for several teams, and even though his all-star numbers were in the past, he showed that at any given night, he could take over a game and make history.
Second half, all Nick Van Exel. Nick Van Exel setting the night on fire. He hit 7 threes in the second half. That's a club record. His 8 threes in the game, also a Blazers record. Nick Van Exel simply could not miss from beyond the three-point stripe in the second half. In fact, his second half was so intriguing, we put together a little ESPN shot chart. 21 points in the second half, all threes. Well, here it is for you. 28 points in the game. There you see. He hit from everywhere.
So how good was Nick the Quick Van Exel? To be honest, I was a huge fan, and there's a simple explanation why. To me, there's a huge difference between a great player and a special player. Nick was a special player. Even though he was not averaging like 25 points per game and averaging like 12 assists, he had that unique, that special something. That's why I always loved him. He was a great player in terms of finding the open man and simply being different. That's why he has a special place in my heart. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Take care and goodbye.
I want to tell you, San Antonio's Nick Van Exel could not miss. It was an amazing display from long range as he hit Jalen Rose in the back of the head, not once, but twice. As Jalen gamely tries to deliver his sideline report.